mean, last night at the bar, you had youngsters, you had their parents, or who look like their parents, and then people who look like their parents' parents. Everywhere, and everyone, all generations, and they were sitting around having fun, singing along to the songs, and enjoying a mulled wine, and dancing away, and people with their dogs sitting. It's quite something. It's really nice for me as well, because I've always been in restaurants and cafes. So this is something very different for me as well. So I feel like I've discovered a new door to the same field that I've been in for many years, and I haven't explored. So...
Hello, it's Nicole again, and welcome to our next episode of The Big Chat. We are the Big Chat Takeover today, Takeover Roadshow, and we're at Castlemas, and I said to Hannah and Ollie, bring me some fantastic people to talk to, please, who are going to bring alive what you're doing here today for the next 10 days at Castlemas at Tonbridge Castle. And they said, well, you've got to talk to Shahin. Shahin is the manager of the Jingle Bell Bar here at Castlemas. And if last night was anything to go by, when I popped down there, it's pretty heaving. So welcome, Shahin.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You're very, very welcome. So, Shahin, you are the man behind the bar.
I am the man behind the bar, apparently.
Yeah.
I do have a fantastic team supporting me, though. It's not just me. There's no way I could do this by myself. So I've been very lucky to have a fantastic team, which we sourced in the past month or so. That's it. Yeah.
How many of there are you?
There's about 20 people on rotation on the rota.
Wow.
For the whole period of 10 days that we have. So, yeah.
So tell people that don't know who you are. I mean, some people can see you, some people just be listening to this episode. Is this what you've always, is this your background?
Hospitality is definitely my background. I mean, my family's been in hospitality. I'm originally from Australia.
I got a bit of twang there.
A little bit. I try to keep it in control, you know. Otherwise people get freaked out and
they're like, what's going on?
So like, excuse me.
So when did you come over from Australia?
My wife and I moved here about almost coming up 6 years ago.
Oh, not that long, actually.
No, we came here just for a couple of years.
Did you?
Yeah, that second year's not finishing yet. It's dragging for a long time.
Goodness me.
Yeah.
So is that what you were doing out? So whereabouts in Australia?
So I was in Sydney.
Yeah.
Fortunate enough to live in the eastern suburbs of Sydney, by the water, near Bondi Beach and Rose Bay. And
you're not missing out.
Beautiful. And then I moved here for the weather. They lied. They said that you have better weather.
Really? Yeah. Who told you that?
I don't know.
You need to have a serious word with them about that. I mean, God. But I mean, Christmas, certainly, obviously being here at Castlemas, Christmas isn't quite the same in Australia, is it? I've got a few pals that live there or have moved over there, and it's like on the beach Christmas Day, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Sunburns and
Barbies
and lots of beers.
Lots of well, you've got the beer side, haven't you, with the bar?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So you moved over here 6 years ago, and that's what you were doing in Australia. Is that was your background, hospitality?
Yeah, so
in Australia?
Hospitality. Yeah. I mean, I've always been in restaurant. My family had a restaurant. We still have a restaurant in Sydney. So all my life I've been around food, hospitality, service industry, drinks. Just that's all I know.
Yeah,
that's all I know. Yeah.
When you came over here 6 years ago, was this your plan to be pitched up in a castle?
No, definitely not.
Wasn't part of the master plan.
No,
with the
it wasn't
missus.
part of the master plan. Master plan was to come here for a couple of years and just chill, relax, maybe do a bit of work, obviously, but it wasn't to be here for 6 years. We're here for 6 years. We do love it. We do love it. My wife loves it. My son definitely loves it. He's little, 2.5. Yeah, he's a cutie. But yeah, and Castlemas, I mean, Hannah and Ollie called...
Speechless, aren't you?
Yeah, because... Well...
How do you know them then? How do you know the guys, Hannah and Ollie? Bravo Productions. We've just been chatting to them. They're very lovely people.
They are fantastic.
Yeah.
So when we first moved to the UK, we pitched up in Tonbridge.
Yeah.
And I could see Hannah and Ollie coming in and out of their house directly next to us. And a few times I said hello, and they were a bit reserved at that time. But every Friday, Saturday night, you could hear Ollie singing through the walls, Hannah screaming with her friends. I was like, oh my God, these guys are having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So the next day, not the next day, but the next time I saw them, I said a longer hello. I said, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
What are you guys doing this? And they said, oh, you should come over for a drink. Sure, fantastic. That was it. They're a fantastic couple. Each one of them have completely different personalities and characters, which I think adds to the whole package. Yeah. And they're just fun to be around. And as I've found out recently, they're fun to work with as well. Yeah. Which is even better. So.
And pros, total pros.
They're unbelievable. They're attention to detail coming from two youngsters, may I say.
They are, yeah.
In a cutthroat industry is unbelievable. Yeah. And I know they're going to be sitting there going, oh my God, Shahin, no, stop it. But it's true. Yeah. It's true. And again, I've been in this industry for many, 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 many years. And it's not often you come across people that know how to do everything within their own field. Yeah. There's always something lacking that someone else needs to do for them. These guys, fantastic. Yeah. Fantastic.
They are great. I just said to them as a saying, because I think they're brilliant. And having sort of put on an event myself, it's really hard, and I learned a lot along the way. One of the areas I did learn a lot along the way was the bar. The first year we had an event, we had slightly more people than we were expecting. How did you sort of guesstimate for this event? Because I know you can have a certain amount of people in at a certain time. How many people does the bar area, the Jingle Bell Bar, hold?
Are you asking for a consultant? Or?
Just how many people are you allowed in there?
As long as it's safe, I think you can fit a fair few people in that bar. It's huge.
It is massive.
It's massive. But we sat down, obviously, with Hannah and Ollie. We discussed it. I said, look, how many shows do you have every day? How many people have booked? How many people are you expecting to buy tickets? And how many walkthroughs that are not going to watch any shows, but they want to come and enjoy the markets and have a drink at the bar. So we came up with a particular number, and I said, well, for that number we need this many staff plus 5. I said, what do you mean plus 5? I said, whatever you think you're gonna need, you probably need 5 more, because there's always last minute people who go MIA on their phone. They don't sort of respond back to you, which is fine, and people that have things that come up that they can't make it. So but I'm glad to say we did this 100% right, because we thought we were overstaffed, but as you saw last night as well, the vibe was amazing.
It was so good. And you've got have you got different singers in there? Or was it one? There was a man in there last night with a very nice moustache.
How glorious was that moustache?
The moustache was amazing. I wanted to kind of twizzle it.
I kept catching myself staring at him,
mesmerised by his moustache.
But he was fantastic.
He was great.
He was one of the best entertainers I've seen in a very long time.
Really good. Because you can literally just rock in there and listen to that, and there was a really great vibe, and you've got popcorn and mince pies outside, and
when you're walking, all you can smell is mulled wine and popcorn.
I know, it's very nice.
It's magical.
I'm going to be there later, definitely. But it's so good to see. So you lived in Tunbridge for a while, because you mentioned you're in Tunbridge Wells now.
I'm in Tunbridge Wells now.
So, but this is great for Tunbridge as well, isn't it? because we've not had anything like this over
fantastic.
here.
Yeah, even 2 days leading up to all the setup that was happening here, people would walk past, and because we were wearing Castlemas jackets, they would say, "Oh, excuse me, what's going on?" And you start to have a chat with them and give them the website and say, "Look, just check out castlemas.com." And they were so happy that there's something like this happening in Tunbridge, and everyone said, "Oh, we're definitely going to support this," because they haven't seen something this big in Tunbridge, especially at the castle, I think.
Absolutely.
So yeah, everyone's pretty happy. I think us as organisers are very happy.
Yeah.
And people coming through are very happy, and I think all the vendors are super happy as well. So it's a party to me.
It is a party, isn't it? Really. I mean, so did you get to sneak in and see any of the acts? We watched I met Ultimate Bublé last night.
Oh, did you?
I did. I met Mark.
I could hear the crowds.
Yeah.
And it sounded like
it was really good.
It was good fun.
He was great, and he is like just we got to have a chat with him before he went on when he did his sound check and stuff, and he was just really down to earth, really like a real entertainer.
Yeah.
And I was saying to Hannah and Ollie, they obviously had great fun picking all these acts because there's a real variety of people. So you've got different people coming in to see you.
Yeah. So. Absolutely. I mean, last night at the bar, you had youngsters, you had their parents, or who look like their parents, and then people who look like their parents' parents. Everywhere, and everyone. All generations, and they were sitting around having fun, singing along to the songs, and enjoying a mulled wine and. Dancing away, and people with their dogs sitting. It's quite something. It's really nice for me as well, because I've always been in restaurants and cafes, so this is something very different for me as well. So I feel like I've discovered a new door to the same field that I've been in for many years, and I haven't explored. So
that's great. Well, they speak very highly of you.
Aww.
So they do. Well, you're like a big family here, which is great.
We are. That's what it feels like.
It's really nice. It's a total pro but real great big family, which is the way it should be when you've got a great crew and a great team. So what are you doing, Shahin, when you're not managing the Jingle Bell Bar?
Okay, that's a secret.
Is it a secret?
No, it's
you
not.
can tell us here now. We won't tell anybody. We're not going to talk to anyone.
No, it's not a secret. So I have a very good friend of mine who has a little pizzeria in Tunbridge Wells called Cantuccio.
Oh, okay, yes.
On Camden Road.
Yes.
And so I have been helping out there.
Brilliant.
A little bit. Sort of, we have goals and visions for the business, and it's only new, but we are doing very, very well. Overwhelming. So we're hard at work trying to grow that business to a level where we can make it explode a little bit.
Brilliant.
Yeah, fireworks.
Wow, I love fireworks.
Yeah,
we like fireworks.
Me too.
So would you say as well, because obviously we've gone through lockdown, we've had, I mean, it's going to be 2 years in March, let's face it, isn't it? Which has been, it's been, for the events industry, certainly outdoor events and indoor events, has been catastrophic. But I would say, like, it's kind of blown up for me how people enjoy going out to eat again now, or enjoy eating out. Everyone, I don't know, before lockdown, if people can remember past that long, people would go out, but times were good and times were tough.
We were entitled to that at the time.
Exactly. But now it's like, I feel like people have really treasured that experience.
Absolutely.
So people are doing more of it. Because now they've had it taken away, they're like, oh my God, I want more of that. I want to go out and I want to do this. And are you finding that? Is it really?
Absolutely. I think that works with everything in life.
Yes.
We take, I know, very philosophical.
No, we like philosophical.
We take everything we have more than once for granted, basically. So when it's taken away from us, we go,
Why didn't I appreciate that?
Yeah, where's it gone? Why can't I have it now? I want to have it. And then when it's taken away for a longer period of time, then you start to crave it again. And then for a little bit longer, you start to go crazy over it. You start to go, oh my God, I just want to go sit around the table with my friends.
Yeah.
Talk, shoot, and have a drink and laugh and just catch up with them. Yeah. And that was taken away from us for a very long time. So now when people, even at Cantuccio, we have people meeting up that they haven't seen each other for months.
Yeah.
And they come in and you can just see how much they adore each other's presence. Yeah. At that single little table with a couple of pizzas, and you could just see how much fun they're having. Yeah. But before COVID, we used to just go out and eat, have a drink, have a chat, and that was it. We could do it anytime, any day, and then it was taken away. So then it becomes precious, you see. Then it becomes precious like gold. Everyone wants to have gold.
Absolutely.
Or diamonds.
Gold or diamonds. I'm all about gold and diamonds. And I mean, so you've been here 6 years.
Yes.
Oh, so you haven't seen any people in Australia for a long time then, have you?
So, no, I haven't actually. We haven't been back for two and a half years. So we were there 2 months before COVID.
Wow.
Luckily.
Yeah.
Because my wife had just given birth to our son. Yeah. And he was about 3 months. So we thought we'll head over so my parents get to see their grandchild, the first grandchild. Aww. So luckily we did that because, my parents haven't seen Keanu, his name is.
He's called Keanu?
Yeah, Keanu.
Oh my God, honestly, that was on my top list of names.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Go for it.
I love that. Another one was Eden, who's sat in the room as well. There's some amazing names today. I love it. Carry on. Sorry.
So, no, that's fine. They haven't seen Keanu for 2.5 years. And it's from a mother's point of view. Yeah. I think it's painful for them. They try not to show it, but you can hear it in their voice when you talk to them. And we will just be so glad to just be able to just jump on a plane and go over. Let them have him for a month. Give us a break as well.
Not actually about seeing the parents, is it? It's about babysitting.
There's always hidden agendas.
But I mean, it is really and you're the other side of the world. I mean, actually, I have friends from Australia who are coming over this Christmas to see their family in England, and they haven't been over here for years, and it's, they're just over the moon. I mean, hopefully that'll still stay.
Yeah, I hope so.
You have to keep an eye on it. What's it been like, sort of, navigating that as well with sort of social distancing and everything like that? Has everyone's been very respectful of that? Everyone's
been very good. Yeah. There's plenty of room on the council grounds around the stores. Yeah. And in the bar, it's
massive.
It's the biggest bar I've ever seen.
It is. How big is it?
It's about 35 meters wide.
Wow.
And I would say it's about 15 meters deep. Yeah. And then you have another gazebo outside, which is another 15 meters by 15 meters. God. Outdoor seating as well. So, and the doors are open all day, but we have fantastic, huge heaters inside, which is constant.
It's so warm.
It's warm in there, isn't it?
It's like, I'm warm in here today. It's warm, but in the igloo's warm as well.
Yeah,
so it's
absolutely.
It's brilliant.
How cool is the igloo?
I love the igloo. I want the igloo.
I want one in my backyard.
That's what I said earlier. Yeah. I was like, I really want one. Last night I was like, please can I have this igloo in my... I have got quite a big garden. I think it would just about fit, which is ridiculous.
I have a problem. I would need a bigger house.
You could just put it over your house.
Over the neighbour's house.
Like, just have it over your house. That would actually be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
Just say, listen.
Literally have your house in an igloo. Yeah. Say, hello, go in the door.
I will provide this. Yeah. As long as you let me.
But the igloo is brilliant. And so are people allowed to take drinks from the bar into the igloo or not? Because I was asking this last night. Someone's going to wonder, am I allowed?
That's a very good question.
It's probably safer they don't. It's probably safer they stay in the bar.
I think so. I think so. And plus Plus, if you're watching a show and you want to dance and click your fingers and move around, you don't want to drink in your hand, pouring it all over the person in front of you.
That's a very good tip, actually. That's a Buble. Yeah. There was a bit of moving around going on last night.
I'm sure there was.
I managed to bang heads with Rachel last night, which was quite. We sort of did a head movement at the wrong in the wrong direction. Yeah, it was like I'm feeling it a bit this morning, but it was brilliant. So, are there any acts that you're really looking forward to? Because you can have a sneaky peek, can't you? You can just go and look in, or can you not?
You would think so.
They got you tied to the bar.
There's so much to do behind there.
You're not very busy, surely. Come on.
Well, I don't want to see the toddlers' shows. I have enough of that at home.
Yeah.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Is your wife coming along with Keanu?
She is, yeah. She's going to bring Keanu, and hopefully, I think she's luring our neighbours as well. A few of our neighbours. They have older than Keanu, but young kids. And so they've seen it. They've sort of checked out the website, and they saw a few shows that they might be interested in.
So they're going to come down.
Yeah.
So with that, I mean, we talked about businesses normally, businesses and entrepreneurs. That's what we do on the Big Chat, and obviously we come and do takeovers of events. What would be I mean, I imagine you seem like you've got quite a cool head on your shoulders. But what would be your sort of things that you need to do something? Because you have got to have a cool head, haven't you? Certainly what you're doing, absolutely. You've got to be organised. You know, like you suddenly reeled off, well, I need this many people because of this many, you know your stuff. Yeah. But what else would you say are real sort of strengths that you need to do what you're doing?
Well, with everything you do, I think, especially business, I think you need patience. Excuse me. You need patience, and the less you rush into things, the more right decisions you'll make. You'll make wrong decisions. Everyone has to make wrong decisions.
Yeah.
If you don't, then
you don't learn.
You don't learn, and then that means you know everything.
Yeah.
And how boring is that? Absolutely.
Couldn't agree with you more.
So I think patience is a big thing, but experience is a huge thing. Experience is massive. That's why anyone in any business, for me, I can recommend people who in the hospitality business, go and work in a bar, then go and work in a restaurant, then go and work in a sort of casual fine dining restaurant, and then make your way up to all the way to fine dining restaurant, and then come back down and work at a bar again, and just get a feel of all the fields, because you learn so many different things at each level that it all becomes very valuable later on in life.
That's good advice.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, you're like quite wise, aren't you?
I don't know.
What would be the hardest thing about what you do? The people. The public. We love the public.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, exactly. I said that. But what would it? But what, you know? But there is that, isn't there? Because I mean, let's be honest. When there's alcohol involved, sometimes people can get a little bit spirited, shall we say?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's great with family events because I feel like people are a bit more sensible these days, aren't they? And we've got lovely security around us.
Yes. I feel safe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I actually can I tell you this?
Yeah. Tell me anything.
I had a police officer walk into the bar yesterday.
Is this a joke?
No, it's not.
It sounded like.
Wait, you could use it as a joke.
Wow. Heard it here first.
She walked in with, I think it was her supervisor in plain clothing.
Yeah.
The supervisor.
Yeah.
She was in uniform, and she walked in and she said, "Are you the bar manager?" I said, "Yes." She goes, "Would you like some personal alarms for your staff?"
Really?
I said, "I'm sorry, what do you mean by that?" She goes, "Just if they're walking home at night, they can just have personal alarms." And I went, "How does it work?" She goes, "You just switch it on and you just press a button." And I was like, it sort of scared me at first. I said, "Do you need that?"
But then actually, that's really considerate.
But then I turned around and I said to one of my staff, I said, "These are," and she said, I said, this is what this lady just gave me. She said, "These are actually really good." Because if
these are really
for
cool.
a lady. Well,
for a woman, absolutely.
I wouldn't have thought about it.
Yeah.
even if it's 3 a.m., I just walk to my car.
Of course.
Get in the car, or I'll walk from this side of town to the other side of town. But she said, for a lady, it's very hard at night to just get out and walk around, especially if you see someone coming towards you. You just don't know. I'm talking not during the day, obviously, late at night.
No, you're right.
Finishing
weekends.
But then we came to the conclusion, what a fantastic little thing.
That's brilliant. Yeah. That's really great. I've got a lot of good things to say about the police, actually, at the moment. They're really on it. And that's great that they just walked in and offered them up.
I know.
If we got them now, can we not give them a little buzz and get them on?
Help.
No, we won't do that. Suddenly run in live on. Shahin, he's with Coco, he's in trouble. But that's really great. So the community have really got behind it. Everyone's really behind it. So I bet you feel really proud to be a part of this, don't you?
I definitely am. I definitely am. Yes. Especially because, can I just say, I've put a lot of strain on my friend who I was helping at Cantuccio Pizza by not being there for 10 days.
So we need people to go and get pizzas at Cantuccio with pizza. Come on.
We need people to go
maybe
and get
next week when you're back.
Yeah, come next week. So the poor guy's not there going, But no, he's fantastic. And he was all for it. He's a lovely guy. So I just hope he's okay. I haven't heard from him for 3 days. Well,
listen, I mean, people are going to know about that now, and you're here, and you're going to be talking to everyone, and you're going to go and do big things with Peter. So, it's watch this space, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, when is it too early for a mulled wine? That's my final question, because I might come and get one.
I'll get you one now.
Thank you so much for coming on and chatting.
Pleasure.
So if people want to find out more about you, then really the best place to find you is at Cantuccio. Is that the best place?
Yeah. I'm there. I'm at Cantuccio, or you can contact the guys at Bravo Productions.
Yeah.
And they'll be able to put them through to me, and
or come and see you at the bar.
Yeah, come and see me at the bar for the next 9 days.
Come down. Are you going to be doing any songs in there? Have you got any more strings to your bow?
I've got a little bit of a Coyote Ugly show going on tonight.
Have you?
Yeah, we're installing a little pole.
We've got the Dream Boys next week. Come on.
That's my wife's like.
Well, I'm so excited about the Dream Boys.
Yeah, and it's sold out. And my wife's like, I really wanted to see the Dream Boys. I said, why?
I know, it's hilarious. Every time I say it, it's like, why do you want to see the Dream Boys?
Why?
I really don't think the Dream Boys are going to be that fussed about me, to be fair. I think I'm going to be more fussed about them. But, Australian roots, not a bit of Mysterious Girl, Peter Andre. Can we not get a bit of that out of you in the...
Yeah, why not? Come.
I reckon you could do a bit of that, Shahin. I think
yeah. I have no shame, so I can do anything.
After a few mulled wines, well...
Yeah, a few mulled wines, gin and tonics.
Brilliant. Yeah, well, thank you for coming to chat to us this morning. I know you're really busy.
Pleasure. I've had a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah, good. Well, it's lovely to meet you, and thanks for coming on the Big Chat.
Thank you.
All right, best of luck.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.